Madam President, Dr. Manmohan Singh ji, Rahul Gandhi ji, members of the working committee on this China business.
Yes, of course.
If I can say something, ma'am. Ma'am, this is not a patrol clash. These clashes take place all the time. We've had clashes. I've had clashes in my time. We've had clashes ever since. In fact, as far as Pakistan is concerned, since 1948, there's daily firing going on. But here, whenever it suits the Chinese, whether it's in Doklam or whether it's in Nathula or Jalapla or whichever part it is, they carry on doing this. Here, the amount of build-up that has taken place, they have a larger design. Now, if you see the map of this area, you see that the northern part with POK, the northern part, Shaksgam Valley, they're given to the Chinese. So the Chinese are coming right to halfway through the Siachen Glacier. So it goes right through that, right goes ahead is their own area of China. And there's a little gap between the glacier and the Aksai Chin area. Now this area which they are planning, this Galwan Valley, it's a nala which flows into Shyok River.
Yes, in
between. And from the Shyok River, it comes down to Shyok. And our road is from Shyok to Daulat Beg Oldi. The gap is Daulat Beg Oldi. So what they are wanting to do is close that gap. So this is a much larger picture, and which we saw on television. I haven't got any other source. But the amount of build-up that are taking place is far more than patrol clashes. It's a strategic decision to do this.
Sure.
And I think we have to take a very strong position on this, that if we lose even an inch of land, we must hold those fellows responsible. This is my request to you. Ma'am, I won't take much time. I'm going to run through figures so that you can see where we have achieved on the COVID front. We've got 4,235 cases we've had so far. Out of it, 101 unfortunately died. Our sampling has increased very substantially, which was earlier on at about 700. It went to 2,200. Now we are doing 10,000. And we've got 4 more labs which are being equipped at the moment. And this will go up to 20,000 by the middle of July. So we are doing as much as we can on that. Out of these 246,000, 4,235 tested positive, as I mentioned. But out of these, 2,825 were cured and they sort of recovered and they were sent home. So far we have in the isolation facilities 1,210, and on the high dependency unit for oxygen is 21, and on ventilator support are just 5. That is the situation as it is. Ma'am, our reason for going up is very simple. Testing is increased. We have gone up, as I said, from 700 and something to nearly 10,000 now. So that has taken us up. There all our international flights are coming to Amritsar, particularly from Dubai, which is very highly contaminated. And every day we get flights coming, so Amritsar is a level higher. Now what we've done, ma'am, instead of having confinement zones, we've done micro zones. If some house has it in a particular mahalla, then we cordon that house out and 4 or 5 houses around it and confine that area under medical supervision. So that is so far being a bit under things are working there. In phase 1, we have about 4,248 beds. We have 2,000 beds which are now also notified as reserves, and private sector beds, another 1,000 as reserve. So we got 52 government and 195 private hospitals which are involved in this phase 1. In phase 2, when things go to 50% of phase 1, then we open phase 2. That's 10,000 beds, which are already earmarked. And then phase 3 is once we reach 50% of that, God forbid, I hope we don't reach it. But then the next one is we go up to 30,000 beds in the initial stages. So that is the first phase. And then isolation, of course, will continue. For that, we have with us at the moment 554 ventilators, out of which another 15 government bought recently and another 93 are on order. They should be coming soon to us. The N95 masks, ma'am, we have about 4,75,000 which are given to our hospitals. 4,60,000 we have ordered, and available in stock we have 5,34,000 currently available with us. The triple layer masks, ma'am, we have 80 lakhs available in stocks. 61 lakh have been ordered, and people have been giving these masks all over the place. And available in the headquarters is another 81 lakhs. So we have no problem of masks. Anyone wants it, any district wants it, deputy commissioners are given this, so they can further distribute them through their SDMs and all to whoever requires it. PPE kits, ma'am. Now, PPE kits, initially the government asked us to ask Ludhiana if they can put up industry to do this industrial equipment. And 121 industries came forward. And we are in a position today of making 15 lakh PPE kits a day. And but nobody is taking it from us. So we wrote to the government that if you want it, please tell the states to buy from us. We've got that. You have approved it. We sent it to their institute in Bangalore, which has tested all these 121 units, the product of these units, and now they don't want it from me. So we've now gone further, and we've told them that if you don't want them, then tell us, and we'll export them. Because you asked the industry to put up these units, they put them up. And now I think it's not fair to let them down in this manner. As far as oxygen is concerned, I think Ghulam Nabi ji also made a point. There's no point having secondary care without oxygen. We have 2,223 beds such with oxygen at the moment. And that apart from that, I mentioned the ventilators. Ma'am, our problem is, this is of course managing the patients. It's managing the state. Our COVID-16, we have sent memorandums to government. Nobody listens to us. As you mentioned yourself, nobody is giving any money for anything. We have to find money ourselves to what we can do. For instance, I had to put 35 crores aside to get 500 trains to take 5,60,000 refugees, migrants back to their homes. So we did that. Of course, some of them, the happy news is that they are starting to come back. Ma'am, this is a good sign. I have 2,52,000 industry in Punjab, out of which 2,33,000 have reopened. And about 17 lakh laborers have come back to work there. So I have 17 lakh there. Then the paddy planting is starting. So a lot of farmers have gone back to UP and Bihar and Jharkhand and brought people to come and work here. So farmers' labor is coming back. Farm labor and industrial labor are both coming back. The bad news is that my revenue is going to this year have a shortfall of 25,000 to 30,000 crores. Because all of that is going into COVID, and we are just unable to. And of course, backing industry, ma'am, we've had to give them facilities. We've had to, even yesterday, the cabinet approved some facilities for our industry. Otherwise, people won't start up again. Even now, though they are the figures I've given you, but they've only reached about 40% of their capacity. I don't think they'll reach 100% for another 2 months or so, because they have to get orders further than other countries are not importing. Here we need raw materials, and also it's a very complicated issue for them. But they are managing as best as I can, and I must say Punjab industry has cooperated very much in this. All after this revenue shortfall, which I mentioned to you, of 25,000 to 30,000, all that we have received from government is our own money of 2,800 crores for January, February and March. April, May and June I've received nothing. So no GST either. So we have nothing from that side. But this is what I'm trying to say is, where is our loss and where is our gain? Our gain is not even 10% of what we are going to lose. And that is our own money. They're not giving us our own money. Now they say 20 lakh crores. Where has it come? Not even 1 rupee has come to Punjab. And I'm sure it hasn't gone to any other states either. So that is, I've also asked the Prime Minister, we have food stocks, ma'am. We have had a very good crop today. We went 1,27,000 lakh tons, which are in store, plus 50 lakh tons, which we estimate that the farmers have kept on their own. One, for their own consumption. Secondly, they're expecting better prices later on because of this crisis that is going. So, but I've asked them to extend the food grain scheme by 6 months. They give a food grain scheme for the migrant labor and others. Ma'am, even yesterday, we have sent 15 lakh food packages because there's still a lot of labor here, which is, see, our blue card holders are getting food. Our other Punjab labor, which is BPL, are getting food. But the migrant laborers who have come and stayed on, I had 13.5 lakh laborers. Only 5,60,000 have gone back. The rest are still here. Now, gradually, they're getting jobs. They won't need it. But as of today, they need it. and therefore we've been giving it out of our own resources. I've written 3 letters to the Prime Minister on this. I've had no response. That we've got the food, just allow us to use it from your stocks. But nothing there. The second, ma'am, we had asked for, the only thing they have allowed us is to for raising our borrowing limit, which is fixed at 3% to 5%. So 2% they have agreed us to allowed us to borrow, but put conditions on it. So now the conditions are that we have to follow their directions on so which I have told them that we can't do that. This is what the financial feedback, agriculture feedback is coming, and they've got 6 working team groups. So that I'm told by this month end we should, which is now, we should be getting their reports in.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.